Hi, Todd Warren here in the Forecast Center with a look at what to expect weather-wise for this week and much of next week. And the theme is going to be mainly dry. As you can see today, lots of sunshine across the Arklatex. We do have some of those high, thin cirrus clouds kind of filtering the sunshine at times, as temperatures today probably will end up in the upper 50s to low 60s. Weather pattern, we have a couple things to watch. Upper level disturbance here over northern Mexico. And then as we zoom this out, you're going to see a series of disturbances lined up here in Canada. These will slide their way and dig into the eastern half of the country in waves here as we move through the rest of this week into this weekend. As that first disturbance arrives, you can see tonight we'll continue with a partly cloudy sky, a few high clouds, especially this evening. And then tomorrow we'll see kind of a mixture of sunshine and a bit of an increase in the clouds over the southern sections of the area as that disturbance in Mexico draws closer to us. It could squeeze out a shower over the southern sections of the Arklatex. And then that first of those disturbances I mentioned up in Canada, that batch of cooler air, will begin to move into the area Wednesday. Again, it too may squeeze out a brief shower, but other than that, Wednesday is looking windy and still mild, as we'll see enough sunshine to warm us into the lower 60s, and then some cooler air will settle in for Wednesday night and Thursday. As you can see, lots of sunshine on the way for Thursday. Now, longer range, what's going to happen is that we'll see another surge of cooler air move in this weekend. You can see this first disturbance moving through. Here comes the cooler air right on its heels with that first wave. That lifts out. Here comes the second surge of cooler air, which will arrive this weekend. And then notice this big upper level ridge over the western half of the continent of North America. What's going to be happening is that ridge is going to gradually flatten out and expand towards the east, and that is going to set the stage for a bit of a warming trend as we move through the last half of next week. And during all this time, it really doesn't look like we'll see much as far as rain, as the models have trended a bit drier today. Blend of models showing absolutely no rain over the northern and northwestern half of the area, maybe up to 1/4 inch in spots over the south and east. If you look at the individual models, pretty good agreement here that rain will be very, very limited from now through next Thursday, with amounts probably less than 1/2 inch. But again, it is possible we could see a few places stay totally dry here in the next 10 days. So your forecast looks like this tonight. It is looking partly cloudy, as we'll see temperatures not as cold as last night, as we'll see lows tonight in the mid to upper 30s. 38 in Shreveport, which is close to that normal of 37. 37 in Texarkana, 36 degrees in Marshall. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at a few clouds, especially over the southern half of the area late in the day. If anything, a brief shower possible tomorrow evening south. Otherwise, tomorrow will be a bit warmer, as we'll see highs in the middle 60s over much of the area, 65 in Shreveport and 64 degrees in Texarkana. And your 10-day forecast shows a cooler Thursday. We warm up Friday. That next batch of cooler air arrives this weekend with highs in the 50s, lows down close to freezing for Saturday and Sunday nights. And here comes that warming trend next week. Temperatures by the end of next week will be flirting with 70, with a very slight chance of rain returning by the middle part of next week.